Google Classroom, when you're ready to create an assignment, you want to start on the classwork page. From there, you click Create. Once you click Create, you have a lot of options. For this, we're going to choose the assignment option. When you choose the assignment option, it's going to ask you to create a title for your assignment. And then you can write instructions for your student. Once you have your instructions, you can add files for your student, or you can create a file from scratch using docs, slides, sheets, drawings, or forms. Off to the right-hand side, you can choose which class you assign this to. So if you would like it to go to multiple classes, you can check those. And you also have the option, if you're choosing just one class, to assign it to individual students. You can change the point values simply by typing in the points you would like, or you can choose that it's ungraded. If you'd like to add a due date, you can do that, and you can also add a time that it would be due. Then choose the topic you would like this to fall under. If you haven't created the topic yet, click Create Topic. You then have the option to add a rubric, and this is new. You can create a rubric, reuse one that you've already created, or import from Sheets. Let's take a look at creating a rubric. When you create a rubric, you first give a title to the criterion that you're going to use. Then you can give it a description. From there, you create the different levels that students can earn points from. Let's say creativity is worth 10 points total. You'll see when I put in the 10 points, it changes the total score. I can choose the level title and add a description. Then I can add another level. I choose the point value, the level title, and description if I would like. Finally, I'm going to make one more level. I can then add additional criterion. Again, I give it a title and a description, and again, the point values. When I'm finished, I simply click Save. Now the rubric is attached. At any time, I can go back into that rubric, click the 3 dots, and choose to edit. You can change this at any time. When I'm happy with the assignment, I can assign it to my students right now, or click the drop-down arrow next to Assign. From there, I can choose to assign right now, schedule a specific time I would like it to go out to my students, save it to assign manually myself later, or discard it. I'm going to choose Assign. If you want to delete any assignment you created, you simply click the 3 dots next to the assignment and choose Delete. It'll ask if you're sure, then click Delete again. I'm going to create a second assignment, and this time I'm going to attach something to it. So I'm going to click Create again, and then Assignment. I'll give it a title. From here, I'm going to click Add, because I already have the worksheet in my Google Drive. So I will select Google Drive. Once there, I search for the file that I would like to use. Once I select the file, I click Add. When the file appears, I have 3 options. First, students can view the file. That means they can just look at it like it were a PDF. Next, I can choose that students can edit the file. This means that all students in the class can edit that file. Finally, I can choose to make a copy for each student. This will make an individual worksheet for each student with his or her name. That's what I'm going to select. My options to the right are the same as they were before. When I'm happy, again, I can choose a rubric, and then I can assign it to my students. Now let's take a look at how that looks for a student. Students will see that you posted new assignments on their stream. When they go to the classwork page, they'll be able to complete the work. The first assignment that we did was the blended learning assignment that had nothing attached. When students click on the assignment, they'll see the instructions and that there's a rubric attached. To see more, they click View Assignment. Once here, they see what the rubric is and can click the drop-down menu to see each of the different levels. If you didn't attach any work for your students, up in the upper right-hand corner, they can click Add or Create to upload a file that they have done on their computer, link from their Google Drive, or start from scratch from a doc, slide, sheet, or drawing. At any time, a student can unsubmit their work if they need to edit that document. As soon as the student turns in the work, it transfers the permissions so that the teacher then has editing access. When they click Unsubmit, it changes the permissions back so that the student has editing access. I'm going to turn it in again. Let's flip back to the teacher so you can see what that looks like. I'm going to click the Blended Learning assignment and click View Assignment. I see that one student has turned it in. When I click on that student's assignment, it'll take me into Google's Assignments app to grade. Once I'm in here, I can see all of the students who have turned it in. I can sort by first name, last name, or status. If I sort by status, it'll put all that have been turned in at the top. I can navigate through each student's work by clicking the arrows left and right. And over here, I have access to the rubric to grade. So as I look at this document, I can click the level on the rubric. If I forget what each level was, I can click the drop-down arrow to see. And you'll see that it puts the total points together at the top. Once I've graded this for the student, I can click Return. If I've graded multiple assignments, I can click the drop-down arrow next to Return and choose Return Multiple Submissions. This will allow me to return everything at the same time, so I don't have to click Return after I grade each student. Let's go ahead and click Return. When you're grading, you also have the option to create a comment bank. So if you are using the same comment over and over, you can add that to your bank to use in the future. You can add a private comment to any student when you're grading. You can also add feedback by using the comments tool in Classroom as you're grading their work. The Assignments app pops up in a new tab, so I'm going to go ahead and close that. Now I'll see that I have graded this assignment. There are no more turned in and no more assigned for me to grade. Let's go back to the student. Let's take a look at that second assignment that had the assignment attached. Again, I click the assignment and then choose View Assignment. The student will see the work that you attached in the upper right-hand corner. When they select that, you'll see that it made a copy for the student. Once they complete the work, they can close it out, go back to Classroom, and simply click Turn In. Grading for the teacher works the exact same way. Remember that I showed you that a student can unsubmit and resubmit their work at any time. If you're curious as to whether or not your student has done that, for a particular assignment, if you click on a student's name, underneath their name, you'll see Graded and then See History. If I click See History, I'll see that the student turned it in at 10:53, unsubmitted, and then turned it back in. So just know that you have that history there if you want to ever check and see if a student had turned something in, unsubmitted, and resubmitted to you.